Hello, I'm your host, the Unlucky Moviegoer, and our story today is about mermaids, heartbreak, and well, we'll leave it at that so you can enjoy the mystery for yourself. We open with this story about mermaids. I'll sum it up for you. There's a mermaid that lives in a lake. If she sees you, she'll want you. To get rid of her, you'll have to get rid of the thing that you love the most. We open again to this guy whispering by a lake. This woman is telling him he's bugging and he needs to come home. The man turns around to reveal possessed looking eyes, then dives into the water. He comes to his senses and is able to swim back to land. The two hear singing, the call of the mermaid. Then, unlucky, the woman gets pulled into the water by not so human looking hands. We open again to another woman taking a shower. This guy is teaching the girl how to swim. They're engaged. This is Roma and this is Marina. They're talking about a lake house Roma's father left to him. Roma's friend Ilya says he's taking him to a bachelor party. Their testosterone suddenly begins to boil and they decide to race. While the two men are racing, Marina takes it upon herself to continue her swimming lessons. She gets a C, which suddenly turns to an F. A very upset Marina is seen cooking. Roma asks her what's wrong. She says he left her and she almost drowned. He says, "Didn't I leave you by the edge?" She leaves. Roma and Ilya take a drive. Marina is doing Roma's sister's hair while telling her about the lake house their dad gave them. Roma's sister, by the way her name is Olga, looks very confused, saying they haven't seen their father in 20 years. Roma and Ilya arrive at the lake house. Roma said their mother drowned in the lake out back and their father went crazy. I guess we can assume they were the couple from earlier in the movie. Roma hears water splashing. The two men go downstairs to see the basement flooded. Some youths appear, ready to party. The crew is drinking it up. They bring Roma a gift. He's not with all that and takes the walk instead. He decides to call Marina, who doesn't answer. Roma then decides it's time for a swim. He hears a noise. It looks like there's something else in the water. He swims back to shore and sees a woman standing on the dock. She starts to comb her hair, looking real sus. He walks over to the woman and she gives him a kiss. It's morning and his friends are looking for him. They find him unconscious by the lake. They wake him up and he's asking about a girl. His friends look confused and Ilya picks up a comb. Cut to Roma back home watching Marina sleep. Marina does laundry and finds a comb. Roma's at practice and his coach is telling him he's trash. His coach says to put in some overtime, and because of this, he misses dinner with Marina. Roma is showering when the water stops and the stall next to him starts. Oh, he gets a visitor. This new stall he's in stops, so he decides it's time to go. He then sees a locker opening and slamming shut. His visitor arrives again. He hears a voice say, "Do you love me?" Cut to Roma laying in bed and Marina making him some tea. Marina starts tickling his feet and he tells her to stop. JK, turns out that wasn't Marina. The actual Marina walks in and gives him some tea. He starts whispering, "I don't love you," in his sleep. Marina and Olga are chopping it up and Marina says she thinks Roma is cheating. Marina shows Olga the comb she found and Olga tells her to chill, her brother is no cheater. Olga starts looking through some old family photos and sees the comb Marina just showed her in a photo. It seems the mermaid doesn't like that Olga is on her Scooby-Doo because Olga hears a noise. Cut to Marina, who hears a noise as well, and her house begins to shake. She hears someone taking a shower and peeks in to see Roma getting caressed by a woman. She walks in only to find the comb. She picks it up and gets snatched up. It seems this was just a dream though, and she wakes up. Roma calms her down. We cut to Roma and Ilya getting ready for their swim test. The two men start swimming and all is looking good until Roma looks at his surroundings. It seems he's back at the lake. He hops onto shore and passes out. He wakes up to a woman above him asking if he loves her. He says nah, so she screams. He wakes up again to paramedics resuscitating him. He's at a hospital telling his sister Olga and Marina about the lady he keeps seeing. Marina says he just needs to sleep it off and he's good. Olga says Marina's a clown and to let Roma give them more information. Roma says he met her on the lake. Ilya says there was no one at the lake. Roma then starts telling on himself, saying he kissed a woman, and Marina storms off. Roma chases her. The mermaid starts getting messy and whispers to Marina, "He doesn't love you." Roma walks into a room looking for Marina. Nope, not there. Ah, he finds her. JK again. That wasn't her. The door suddenly closes. Roma lifts some covers and gets a surprise visitor. Backup arrives and they break through the door to find an unconscious Roma on the ground. The crew then is suddenly driving Roma somewhere. Olga says they have to meet someone. This someone is Olga and Roma's dad. Olga starts pressing her father, asking him what's going on with this lady on the lake. He says they couldn't have met a lady on the lake. The girls show him the comb and he tells them to leave. Roma walks in, not looking so well. Their father screams, "Don't talk to her or she'll take you away." He then begins to tell them the story of his mermaid encounter. I'll sum it up for you. The mermaid kept asking him if he loved her. He kept saying no. Their mom figured out a way to get rid of said mermaid, but she was taken. And now every day, their father thinks about the mermaid. Olga asks what their mom did to get rid of this mermaid. He says he's not sure. He thinks she found something under the docks. The crew leaves. The dad decides to take a nap in his bathtub. The crew arrives at the house and gets ready to search. Roma is asking Marina to forgive him. Marina doesn't answer him, but says she'll get him some water. Ilya hops into the water. He begins searching through the lake and finds something. Olga and Ilya attempt to pull it up. Meanwhile, Marina is dealing with some issues of her own. She sees someone in this back house and decides to investigate. Back to Ilya, who takes a closer look at what he found. It's a grave with lots of corpses around it. He swims back up to the surface only to start getting pulled back down. He makes it onto a boat and Olga pulls him to shore. He says her name was Lisa Grigorieva. Back again to Marina exploring the back house. She sees a girl looking into a mirror saying, "Take what's yours, give me the loved one," over and over again. While this is happening, our boy Roma is not looking so good. Some hands start to grab onto him. Meanwhile, Marina is getting owned by the mermaid. She takes off back into the main house and finds Roma unresponsive. Marina says she saw his mother. Roma gets snatched up. Marina grabs onto him just in time. The mermaid wants all the smoke and starts to play tug of war with Marina. Marina kicks the mermaid in the face and closes the door. Ilya comes over and nails the basement door shut. Olga says the whole thing might be about the comb. Olga surmises that the mermaid, whose original name was Lisa Grigorieva, must have committed suicide. Ilya says that they should leave. Marina says, "Nah, let's stay and box." Marina goes to check on Roma. Roma is standing in a corner and says there's nobody under the covers. Oh snap. Marina gets attacked by this blanket. The gang helps her out. Marina says, "Oh, so it's war then," and goes back into the back house to perform, in her words, a ritual, which I guess is just her staring at this mirror saying, "Take what's yours, give me the loved one." There's nowhere in the movie where they spoke about this ritual, so no, you didn't miss anything. They just decided to add this in. Ilya is vibing outside and suddenly sees a woman. She asks if he loves her. He says, "Yes, Sirski." Demonic looking hands grab onto him. Roma walks over to the basement door trying to break it down. His sister says he's bugging and needs to chill. He attacks, and she stops him. He looks up at her and pops her. He then begins to choke her out. Let's go back and see what Marina's up to. She keeps making things up as we go, expanding upon this ritual, doing some convoluted things that I'm gonna skip over to spare you. The door bolts shut. A lady then drowns Marina and she starts seeing the mermaid, Lisa Grigorieva's, memories. It's Olga in Russia. This guy says he loves her and puts a ring on her finger. Then we flash to a party. Everyone's looking at Lisa awkwardly. She walks over to see her man getting married to someone else. Damn.
Go away.
Unlucky. Lisa spazzes out and stabs the guy, which, well, fair. She then runs over and jumps into a lake. Alright, let's head back to Roma, who decides it's time to stop murdering his sister. He goes over to say my bad. She backs up and looks at him like, what the freak? He suddenly decides it's time to look for Marina. He walks over to see his boys zoinked out, but decides he has more important things to deal with. He breaks into the back house and someone grabs his hand. He then sees 2 Marinas, then 3, then suddenly a whole bunch of Marinas pop up asking if he loves them. He looks around and finds a real Marina and says he loves her, which I guess breaks the curse. We cut to the gang looking tired but triumphant. Olga says she thinks it worked. Ilya is drinking water and looks into the well. Ilya walks back into the house whispering, "I do love you." The gang wonders where Ilya is. Roma walks back in to look for him and he hears water splashing. Roma walks towards the basement. He goes down the stairs to see Ilya face down in the water. Ilya suddenly disappears. Roma goes searching for Ilya to no avail. He hears the petty mermaid's voice in the background whispering, "I'll take everyone you love." She attacks. Roma tries swimming out, and Olga and Marina come to his rescue. The crew runs into their car and dips. Marina asks where Ilya is at. Roma says that man is long gone. Their car suddenly stops and it begins to rain. Roma opens the hood to fix the car. Marina sees the mermaid in the distance. They begin banging on the window to get Roma's attention. The mermaid appears at their car and, using her mystical mermaid powers, locks the girls in said car, suddenly filling it with water. Roma breaks the car window with a rock and the girls escape. The crew is trying to figure out what the mermaid wants. Roma says it's him she wants and begins to run towards the lake. Marina chases after him but falls. Someone then suddenly knocks her out. Roma is at the edge of the water when a hand touches his shoulder, asking if he loves her. He says sure. Lisa says nah, you're lying, and begins to choke him out. We cut to Marina tied up in the basement. We hear Olga chanting, "Lisa, take the bride and give my brother back." Marina starts trying to get out, asking her what's going on. Olga says sorry, but she needs to save her brother, which, well, fair. Olga and Roma's dad suddenly appears, saying this won't work and that their mom volunteered her life. This can't be forced. Their dad walks over to Olga and she brings out the shank. Their father says the mermaid is just being petty and wants them all to suffer. Pops calms Olga down and gives her a hug. Olga suddenly sees a figure appear. The petty mermaid probably sensed their love. Father says to take him and leave the girls alone. He says he loves her and the mermaid takes him under the water. Olga holds on to the mermaid by the hair and Marina cuts the hair. Olga suddenly gets taken under the water as well. Marina stares for a second and decides to look for Roma instead. Marina finds Roma spazzing out. She says they need to cut off the mermaid's hair. Marina jumps into the water, saying to take her life instead. Marina begins to box the mermaid and appears to jack her up. It seems the mermaid was all about that talk but can't really fight. Marina comes back to the shore. The lovers embrace. Marina suddenly asks, "Do you love me?" Ah, it seems I was wrong. The mermaid can in fact fight and just took Marina's form. Roma says he does love her, but it seems it was just a prank, because he begins to cut off her hair. The mermaid/Lisa looks at him, shocked, and falls into the water. She gets grabbed by corpse-looking hands. Roma jumps in the water and saves Marina. He performs CPR. It works. The couple drives home. Marina begins stroking her hair, looking happy and satisfied. Roma stares at her, then looks away, seemingly wondering if this is Marina or the mermaid. The end.